It's the Christmas season, which means there's so much to do. Wrapping gifts, buying gifts, sending Christmas cards, getting gifts for those teachers and office staff and the mailman and everyone I've ever met. Planning when we're getting together with anyone who's even distantly related to me or in my husband's family. Plus, we still have to decorate, and I can't find the Christmas books or all the kids' Christmas clothes. I know. Let's do a book haul instead. That'll be fun. Hi, I'm Bean. Welcome to my channel, Mama Needs to Read Romance. And avoid adulting with my favorite thing, romance books. Hi guys, welcome to my long-awaited Christmas book haul. I've been working on this all year, gathering books at free little libraries, library sales, and used bookstores. And I can't wait to share them with you today. I think I even got a couple on Amazon, but most of these are used. I hope you're enjoying my new Christmas duvet cover, which I didn't really get to finish doing because my main man buddy here decided he needed a nap. So he's so tired. His life is so hard. But anyway, let's get to the books. Let's start with some historical romances that have stepbacks. Let's start with Levirel. I never know how to say her name. Spencer with Forgiving. Look, we've got a calla lily on the cover here, some beautiful ribbon. Everything is embossed, and we have some beautiful magenta colored foiling. Not something we tend to think of when we think of Christmas, but check out the stepback. If this doesn't bring the homey, cozy, wintry feels, I don't know what will. We've got snow outside. Look at the old-timey stove and the little kitty cat on the table next to a beautiful bowl filled with evergreen branches and apples. How cute. Well, we see two couples here toasting, one of whom is the focus of this book. We have a woman that's traveled into this western town to start a newspaper, but also to look for her sister, and the lawman who finds her to be a little too much, but he falls for her anyway. This looks so cute. Okay, talk about historical romance with some fantasy. We've got Victoria Alexander's Believe. First of all, oh my gosh, this cover. Are you kidding? This is beautiful. Beautiful. I love, I'm guessing Holly. That's gotta be prickly though. That poor thing. She's got some beautiful snow falling over her hair. How lovely. We also see it on the back cover as well. I bought this for $2 at a used bookstore. I think it had been there forever, and I'm so thankful I picked this up. Check out this gold border as well before we open up to reveal this gorgeous two-page kind of step back. Again, we've got the snow falling. They don't seem to be connecting at all. I mean, if the holly's on both of them, they might be having a little trouble. But seriously, look at the trees covered in snow in the background. Oh, and I love the red ribbon too. Are they in a sleigh? Here's the thing, that this plot does not scream Christmas, but it sure does scream interesting. We have a teacher who comes across a book about Camelot before actually magically going to that time and falling in love with none other than Sir Galahad, who is supposed to be Galahad the Chaste. He is not. And he shows her a thing or two. But what's going to happen now? Is she going to stay back in that time? Is he going to go with her to her time? What will happen? We have to read to find out. I've got two by Kathy Maxwell. Guess what? This, A Seduction at Christmas, is book 1 of Scandals and Seductions. How rare to see a Christmas book at the beginning of a series, but I'm loving it, and I love that I have the first one. I got this at a used bookstore for 50 cents, by the way. I'm loving this gorgeous gown. Oh my gosh. Could be a wedding dress. Look at all the detail here. Wow. And we're seeing a lot of leg. I love this Christmassy border as well. Look at the embossing, the gold and the red foiling before opening it to reveal a gorgeous one-pager. You know, one other time when I was doing my summer of stepbacks, I thought that the flaw on my stepback was just part of it. But then some of you noted that you had the same stepback and it wasn't in your edition. So this looks like it could be poinsettia petals or something. I mean, it also looks like it could be a flaw. If you have this stepback, please let me know. Do you also see these? I'm so curious. I love the way he's grasping her, the look on both their faces. This is a couple that's connecting, unlike the other one we just saw. I also love the snowy mountains and field or prairie in the background. I know many of you love the ward trope, and so you're gonna be very happy about this one. She's pretending to be his ward because there's a killer on the loose, and the two of them need to put up this sham in order to hopefully evade this person. Looks like it's exciting, and we've got that forbidden love going on. Lots of fun. And guess what? This is Scandals and Seductions, book 4. You know what I need to do? I need to see if these are all Christmas books now. Okay, books 2 and 3 are not Christmas. Interesting. But let's look at book 4, of Scandals and Seductions, his Christmas pleasure. I am going crazy over this gown. Look at the colors. We see ribbons and greenery in the background. What's this? He's putting a gorgeous necklace on her neck. Say it ain't so. We love it. We love it. And of course, it's red and green. Notice the red foiling on the border. So rare, so cool. And now we have another, oh, it's kind of two-pager again. We've got more greenery and ribbon in the background. And whoa, I just noticed this. Hello. Loving this pose, loving the passion, loving how into and lost in each other one another is. How gorgeous, what's not to love? Yes, yes, yes. Let's find out what this is about. I almost don't care. Here's a marriage of convenience. It's pretty unusual. She's supposed to be married to a man twice her age with 13 children. Is this a horror story? It might be. I've only got 3 and I'm scared. Anywho, he agrees to marry her to protect her from this guy. He's a rogue, but he gets reformed. It even says it in the summary. And as they fall madly in love with one another, secrets are revealed and loyalty is tested. Sign me up. And let's just look at this some more. I just loved meeting Jana McGregor at a Polycon this past year, and I have 2 books of hers to share. This is one I got signed, and she even put the sticker on it. She's so cute. She signed this one, and I got this one for 50 cents at a used bookstore. So let's talk about both of these. So as you can see underneath Kisses by Candlelight, which look at this cover. Oh, I'm loving it so much. And they didn't do much with the red, which I kind of appreciate actually, because we've seen a lot of red so far. So seeing a lot of gold and silver and green and white with a little hint of red, just that touch. So perfect. So this is, as I mentioned, Kisses by Candlelight. It's not embossed at all, but I love what they did with the light here. How cute. It says Romantic Regency Shorts. This is 4 stories. They are all billed as delightful, short, and sexy Regency holiday romances. Yes, please. I need to add this to my TBR. She signed it, Dear B. Enjoy all the best, Jana McGregor. How cool. And look at the back too. It looks like an ornament. The 4 stories are Red Ribbons and Rogues, Never Enough Mistletoe Kisses, Kissing Bows and Pampered Pugs, Under the Marquis's Mistletoe, and The Duchess of Drury Lane. It looks like they added an extra one. Oh boy, I wanted to read The Duchess of Drury Lane when it came out. Awesome. Oh, this is a preview of The Duchess of Drury Lane. Well, still, that's good. I've heard great things about the Caversham heiresses, and this is book 4 of that series, The Good, the Bad, and the Duke. Look at, we've got a fur stole. Is it a stole? It's so elegant. And I love the draping of this beautiful burgundy colored dress. We've got some beautiful greenery in the background too, and the snow. Oh, it's giving all those holiday feels. I'm loving it. As a clinch cover goes, it's not half bad. Okay, I need to take you on this summary journey with me because I'm reading this and I'm a little confused. It says, a lady with a noble mission, a duke looking for redemption, a forbidden love that cannot be denied. Okay, that sounds good. Lady Daphne Hallworth is ready to celebrate the holidays with her family, but when they accidentally leave her home alone, Kevin! Daphne uses the time to work on her dream, opening a home for unwed mothers. How long did they leave her home alone? She's opening a home for, I mean, that's great that she's opening a home for unwed mothers, but how long does that take? But her quest isn't problem-free. She's in a battle to win the property for the home against her brother's best friend turn enemy, Paul Barstow, Duke of Southwark. How long did they leave her home alone? Now she's fighting for this place against someone else? And that's not all. Someone has stolen her personal diary, which holds secrets that could devastate her family. Daphne has always harbored private feelings for the man her family scorns, though perhaps striking a bargain with the handsome Duke will solve both their problems. How long are they leaving her home alone? Kevin never had time for all this. Paul, long considered good for nothing, aims to open a hospital to honor his brother and restore his reputation. So when a conflict over the land brings him straight to Daphne's life, they make a deal. He will help her find her diary if Daphne can change her family's opinion of him. But before he can win her family's affection, he has to win hers first. How long did they leave her home alone? Maybe love was the answer to their family feud all along. I just need to know how long they left her home alone. All right, let's fall in love with this cover. Oh my gosh. Grace Burrows's What a Lady Needs for Christmas. This art is exquisite. I'm trying to pull it back because I think it's not focusing well enough. It's amazing. And I love the tartan border. Not that there's a step back, they're faking us out. I'm trying to think of who this artist could be. If you know, leave it in the comments because I've definitely seen this type of work before. It's very dramatic. This, by the way, is McGregor's book 4. Our gal needs to get married by Christmas or it's going to be big trouble. So this marriage convenience with a Highlander who just wants aristocratic connections turns into so much more during the holidays. Wow, this one's pretty crazy. I love this cover. This one's giving me like Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. And I love this beautiful gold foiling embossed lettering on top. And I'm sorry about the glare. So this one, I don't even know where to start. This woman was ruined. She became pregnant by her fiance. And then she thought that she lost the baby, but it turns out that the baby was spirited away to the home of Cameron Sinclair, who lost his wife. Well, now that our heroine knows that her daughter is alive and well and 6 years old, she heads over there and finds her daughter super spoiled and kind of a menace. Kevin! Anyway, I'm guessing family is found and love is ignited. Looks interesting. Here comes another one that's like super intense, like trigger warnings abounding. Heather Graham's A Magical Christmas. It's 1862, and a Confederate soldier who is about to be unalived has decided that his last Christmas wish is to see his young wife. All of a sudden, we are then taken 100 years in the future to a family that ends up at the same house where this Civil War soldier was unalived. And the parents are going to divorce, but before they tell their kids, they're going to have one last family Christmas. Only something magical happens from the past. This sounds really epic, but also maybe like kind of an emotional minefield. So, wow. Oh man, I usually love Jane Feather Stepbacks and the synopses to her books. She's another really epic author. This is 12th Night Secrets, which takes place in Christmas time of 1797. I love the tagline here. I think this says it all. A Christmas house party, a sexy lady spy, and an enigmatic earl spell holiday magic. Join New York Times bestselling author Jane Feather in this seductive story of spy and counter-spy dueling beneath the mistletoe. Yes. And I'm loving this cover. If only we had a step back. This one looks really interesting. Here we have Teresa Romaine, Season 4 Surrender. We've got a gift here. Otherwise, it's pretty understated, but this looks like it could be all kinds of edgy and fun. We have a man who's known for making wagers. He loves to bet. And so the wager before him right now is to take this notorious bookworm and have her come to his famously naughty Christmas house party, which lasts for 2 weeks. And he needs her to stay the entire time to win the bet. So apparently she's a little more surprising and daring than they thought. It sounds very, very intriguing. I was so excited to grab this at a used bookstore for $3, Pride and Prejudice and Mistletoe. And that's right, folks. It says soon to be an original movie this holiday season. How cool. In fact, I remember this one with our guy Brandon, whose name I can never remember the last name of, and the Queen of Christmas over on Hallmark Channel, Lacey Chabert. Love her so much. But this is the book. And this book is definitely, oh my gosh, this is cool. This book is definitely more edgy than the Hallmark movie version because in the book, they wind up in bed together, but they can't stand each other. It goes from there, and it's a take on Pride and Prejudice. So there you have it. So read the book or see the movie. Even though I talked about this in my contemporary romance shelf video, I just wanted to bring it up again because it's a Christmas book that I got this year. So I'm putting it in my haul. This is The Christmas Tree Farm, book 3 of the Dream Harbor series. Pumpkin Spice Cafe was kind of a miss for me, whereas the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore was definitely a hit. I can't wait to dive into the 3rd book of this series this holiday season, where we have a grinchy Christmas tree farm owner who gets snowed in with a man from out of town in this forced proximity, spicy small town romance. Let's do it. You may remember that I just loved Finding Gene Kelly by Tori Jean. So I wanted to support this author further, and I grabbed this from Amazon with some of my Amazon affiliate money, which was really nice. This is Love at Frost Sight by the fabulous Tori Jean. So this looks really intriguing. This is another kind of fantasy or paranormal type holiday story. It says all I need is a little holiday magic. We have 2 people that are in love with the wrong people, and an unusual bookstore owner gives these 2 to high school students the chance to find the actual loves of their lives in a Christmassy rewrite where they're plucked from their own timeline, so to speak, and popped into another timeline. That sounds like a Marvel movie. It sounds really interesting. I want to read this. I was so thankful that my channel members were willing to help me out the other day when I went to Walmart and I really wanted to buy a book, and they helped me by doing a poll in the middle of the day. They're so wonderful. And they voted for this one, Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey, which says she is the Michelangelo of dirty talk. I have not really read this author yet, so I need to see what all the fuss is about. This is a woman who is down on her luck. I guess she needs a job, and she's looking at a window display in Manhattan when this gentleman comes upon her and says, "What do you think?" And she's like, "Well, it needs work." And he goes, "Well, why don't you work for me?" Because he owns the department store. This looks like a lot of fun, so I'm hoping to dive in this holiday season. I bought this because it was only a couple dollars on Amazon, and I really wanted to get more by Tara DeWitt, who I recently fell in love with as I read her renovated version of The Co-op. Oh my gosh, she's so good, and I think she's going to become an auto-buy author for me. So this is Christmas Presents, which is actually 3 short stories featuring the 3 main couples from her books. Now, I've only read The Co-op so far, so I'm going to focus on Deacon and Loren's story. But we see there's other names here. Those of you that have read Tara DeWitt will know the significance of these. Part 1 is set in Boise, Idaho on December 23rd, and then part 2 is set on Christmas Eve in Los Angeles, California. And part 3, which is the one I'm going to read because I already see Loren here, and it's set in Santa Cruz, California on Christmas Day. I love how she did this. This is so cool. How cool is this? Adriana Herrera, who I know so many people love. I got this at a little free library last year. I was so excited. I have not read her yet, and I've really wanted to. This is Mangoes and Mistletoe. This is a sapphic Christmas novella about 2 bakers who are from more tropical regions who head to Scotland for a baking competition and wind up teammates. They're grumpy sunshine, and one is determined to convince the other that they're going to be perfect teammates both in the competition and real life. So I was able to grab this at a used bookstore, A Festive Feud by Maren Moore. This is book 2 of the Strawberry Hollow series. So I've got the middle one, and it actually is a pretty new cover now. But this is about 2 people who are from families that hate one another. They also do big Christmas parties, and unfortunately, or fortunately, our hero and heroine wind up behind bars together where they try to plan this party that's going to bring everyone together, but they're still having trouble getting along. I bet this is full of intensity and hilarity. I got this from a used bookstore for $6, and I was really excited to get it. This is Nick and Noelle's Christmas Playlist, which I actually think I have on Audible too, come to think of it. It's also book 1 of the Mistletoe romance. The 3rd book of the series, which may also be the final book, was out last year, and it was an Audible original. So our man is back from overseas, and he is so happy to be with his girlfriend, but she cheated on him. So he goes to the Christmas tree farm where his best friend of forever is, and she cheers him up with her fabulous Christmas playlist before they kiss, and it feels so right. Let's just read it now. Gotta tell you about some sweet, clean, or closed door Christmassy romances right now. This looks really cute. Sarah Monzon wrote this. This is about a woman with social anxiety who is battling it out with this gentleman for a position that they both want at work. He's also busy trying to care for his niece and nephew who are now in his care. So they're office rivals just trying to make it through the holidays and get that promotion. Looks interesting. I also got this one at a little free library. This was back in January too, I think, when I got the Adriana Herrera one. People read them and then they just throw them in little free libraries. Note to self for you, if you live near a little free library, maybe check out some in January. This is A Very Messy Christmas by Deneen Miller. This looks so fun. It's set in Florida, and she owns a bed and breakfast and needs a Christmas chef to give everybody those holiday feels. Well, she's able to get him on loan from California. Though he doesn't really know anything about Christmassy food, she tries to show him while he actually teaches her the holidays can be fun. They start to fall for one another, but then California wants him back. Can she convince him to stay? Guess we'll have to read to find out. I just adored meeting Tiff Marcello at a Polycon this past April, and I got the holiday switch from her. She signed this for me, Dear Bee. This is a YA Christmas novel that follows two people who are forced to decorate at a local inn together and make nice. But one day they accidentally get their phones switched and many, many secrets are revealed. I can't imagine as a teenager what a nightmare that would be. If you've seen my channel before, you probably know I'm obsessed with Savannah Scott. Can't wait to have her on my channel in May of 2025. This is Rent Yourself an Elf, which is a cute little novella. Catch Yourself a Snowman's is the newest one that she's just released. This looks precious. We have a woman who's really given up on the holidays, but her friends buy an elf for her. He's like a handyman who's going to come around and help her out. And I have a feeling that the forced proximity and his cinnamon rollness is going to save the holidays for our gal. Last but not least, I've got some historical romance holiday anthologies to share with you that I got for 50 cents each at a library sale. Let's start with The Night Before Christmas, very Norman Rockwell cover here. Is it cute or creepy that Santa's watching these two? I can't decide. We've got Promises to Keep by Victoria Alexander. After a long trip to see a department store Kris Kringle, a lonely businesswoman is swept back to a long ago Christmas and given a second chance to share a passion that will prove to her it really is a wonderful life. Sandra Hill's Naughty or Nice. When a young beauty sets out to steal some Yuletide cheer, she expects to end up with a stocking full of coal. Instead, a run-in with Santa's most virile helper brings her the best gift of all, a heart full of love. Of course he's virile. Then we've got Dara Joy's Santa Reads Romance. During a snowstorm, a romance writer is surprised when a handsome stranger dressed as jolly old Saint Nick arrives at her isolated cabin and stirs up a blizzard of desire. Of course it's a blizzard of desire. And then last but not least, Nellie McFather with a gift for Santa. With a dash of Father Christmas's magic, a generous widow saves her town's holiday celebration and teaches the man she loves the true meaning of the season. These look super cute. A holiday of love. It says, when the weather outside is frightful, what better way to warm up than with 4 magnificent new tales of love and adventure from your favorite romance authors. Slip into a bubble bath or curl up in front of a roaring fire and let Jude Devereaux, Judith McNaught, Arnott Lamb, and Jill Barnett whisk you away to New York in the late 1800s, where a beautiful but clumsy angel turns a lonely man's life around, to medieval Scotland, where intrigues surrounding a Christmas mass imperil 2 Highland lovers, to Regency London, where a world-weary lord receives an outrageous proposal, and to modern-day Colorado, where a daring and clever 12-year-old plays matchmaker for her big-hearted, impractical mother, to a world where love always reigns supreme. All 3 of these feature Mary Balogh. This gal can write some Christmas romance. Here we have Mary Balogh, Julia Justice, and Nicola Cornick. Mary Balogh's is a handful of gold. Not only is Julian dare dashing and wealthy, but he's an heir to an earldom. So what do you get? A man who has everything. Innocent and comely Verity Ewing plans on giving Julian her heart, the most precious gift of all. We've also got The 3 Gifts, which is a brand new tale by Julia Justice. Critically injured during the war, reluctant new Viscount Miles Hampton must find a wife to safeguard his family legacy. To ease the mind of a dying soldier, she secretly admires Edwina Denby, agrees to a marriage of convenience. As Edwina nurses the handsome Viscount to a full recovery, love proves to be the elixir that heals all wounds. And we have The Season for Suitors, an original romance from Nicola Cornick. After some close encounters with rakes in which she was nearly compromised into marriage, heiress Clara Davenport realizes that she needs some expert advice. And who better for the job than Sebastian Fleet, the most notorious rake in town? Inevitably, the tutelage doesn't go quite as planned, as both Sebastian and Clara find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to lessons of the heart. Here we've got another cute, old-timey type cover, a Regency Christmas. Make your Christmas merry with these delightful stories from some of the most wonderfully talented Regency authors. Mary Balogh tells of 3 orphans who bring together their estranged aunt and uncle for the holidays. Jo Beverly spins an intriguing yarn of a woman who is seeking a gift of vengeance, only to get a gift of love in return. Edith Layton shows us how love can reform a rake who sets out to save a needy girl from the likes of a rogue far more devilish than he. Laura Matthews offers a charming tale of a dashing Viscount who must create a Yuletide miracle by winning the heart of a proud and beautiful country girl. A widow gets a second chance at love with the help of her father's ghost in Sandra Heath's touching story. This heartwarming treasury is filled with the joyous gifts of giving and the buoyant spirit of the season. And last but not least, a Regency Christmas Feast. It's another Norman Rockwell type cover. Love it so much. For your holiday pleasure, 5-star storytellers serve up their most delicious recipes for romance. Mary Balog tells of a lost love found when a betrayed beauty and a jealous lord learn how hard it is to resist each other. Sandra Heath stirs up embers of a past passion between a dashing sea captain and a mysterious governess, with heartwarming results. Edith Layton leads a divinely handsome, strangely bedeviled duke in his taste buds to a woman he does not suspect he hungers for. Barbara Metzger sets a beautiful young widow free to break all the rules and come out a winner at last in the marriage game. And Patricia Rice weaves a glowing tale about a woman who must decide whether to defy her ferocious father and take a second chance at love. Rich and heady with the spirit of the season, this Yuletide treasury satisfies your appetite for the very best. And I love how we've got some fruit on the back too. So cute. I am so excited to announce our newest honeybee. That is the fabulous Hannah Blackwell. She's joined my channel. I love this woman so very much and cannot wait to share all of my bonus content with you, Hannah. Thank you so much. You have made my day and then some. So glad you've joined the Hive, aka Bees Book Bees. Well, those were my books. Buddy and I really enjoyed presenting them to you. What have you gotten this year that you're really excited to read this holiday season? Be sure to let us know in the comments. Or you can just leave me a Christmassy stack of books emoji. That's going to be probably 2 emojis. A Christmassy one and a stack of books. Or just do whatever you want. Whatever makes you happy this holiday season. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're reading, whether it's part of your Christmas haul or not. Until next time, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.